The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host and guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. In addition, all copyrighted material is used without permission and will be removed with notification from the rightful owners or their agent. So there.
You found Just Killing Time on Radio TFI.
Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT. 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.
Good morning, kids and kittens. Sadly, it is not John Shannon. John was just with us. We expect to have him back momentarily. He's having some technical difficulties. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I managed to reel it in. Good Lord. I have... What other platforms did you say worked with StreamYard there, Ed? Did somebody?
Firefox will do. Firefox will do.
Firefox will do. Chrome, you keep screwing up, you're gonna be fired. That's all I can say about that. How you gentlemen doing today?
Well, good morning, kids and kittens. Welcome aboard to Just Killing Time here on Radio TFI and the Radio TFI streaming network from the Central Ohio studios in Central Ohio. It's the one, the only, the lovely
Central Ohio.
Thank you. It's all about timing with you, Bill. It's John Shannon. Good morning, John. How are you today?
I am just ducky.
I, for one, am happy to hear it. Nice to have you back after you missed last week and the big musical number. Also joining us from is the 1997 Fayette, Ohio Royal Bull Thistle Arts Festival Queen. It's Bill Fancher. Good morning, Bill. How are you today? Okay, once again, Bill doing mime theater for the radio.
Oh, I'm doing just fine and dandy. I haven't had it because the beatings have stopped since last Wednesday. So you'll notice the office door is open. I am free to just get it.
All right. So I think your audio is finally caught up with your video. Yes, we'd like to put out our no, it hasn't. Actually, that's why your audio is way behind, Bill. You're on a delay. We want to put out our big get better soon to Barb Fancher. We're thinking about you, and it's not going to be the same without Bill getting the living crap beat out of him for 2 hours. And
yeah, we just missed the hell out of that.
Yeah, but you got a couple of weeks, and 2 weeks hence, you'll be back slapping that boy silly. Mr. Fancher, you might want to reboot because you're all goofy technically. Oh, wait a minute. There you are. There you are.
We're back.
You're good.
We're good.
You're back.
All
You're
right.
back. You're good. That explains why the Central Ohio joke fell flat.
Well, yeah, because I said timing was with you. So I was like, okay, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on to John's favorite segment. Now that you're back, John, we'll get this out of the way. It's the Radio TFI Market Watch, brought to you by Pete and Tony's Down by the Highway. Oops. Don't forget, go to Pete and Tony's. Get your mug full of MAGA tears. All right. Uber closed the week at 65.67, down $1.32. That's what we like to hear. Lyft closed the week at 16.62, down 56 cents. We'll take any bit we can. Tesla closed the week at 177.46. They went up 8.99. That's a sale price, kids and kittens. And finally, good old the Trumpster closed the week at 50.91, down 8 cents. And remember, he needs the money because prison food ain't cheap.
Ain't nothing cheap for him now.
Don't forget, go over to Pete and Tony's. If you're hungry, you can get a Trump footlong. It's only 3 inches. That concludes the Radio TFI Market Watch, brought to you by Pete and Tony's. And boy, oh boy, we're having a hashtag big time professional radio week here already, aren't we? And
I'm guessing.
I'm going to toss it right back to John. John, you're in charge.
You're going to toss. I don't know what the hell you're going to toss, but
look, it's not a salad. Don't sweat it.
I didn't. You beat me to it.
Yeah, you're right. I always will.
And now we're talking about beating.
No. Oh shit. Okay, stop.
So now you got him cursing.
PTSD, man.
By the way, before we got onto the puke session known as the Market Watch, I wanted to just kind of mention really quick, and I did clear this with Mr. Fancher, that Barbara has a condition going on that's I'm slightly familiar with. It is I tell you. Tell me again, remind me again there what it's called, and I'm sure there might be a few people that
cellulitis.
Cellulitis, that's right. I was having, for what it seems like every time I try to tell somebody about that, it conveniently slides completely to the back of my mind.
One of those things you want to forget.
Oh my God. When Bill told me last night that Barbara had cellulitis, I cringed myself at that point in time. I've had that twice, and I've also had knee surgery, blown out ACL. I'm telling you, I'd rather have the blown out ACL. I cannot help but feel incredibly sorry for Barbara, and I do hope she indeed gets better, like Ed said there, and back there beating Bill on the back of the head. And
right. Well,
come on, man, the bruises are starting to heal. Now she's going to come home.
Well, John, echoing what you said, I think we all feel for Barb, and yes, she's in a lot of pain. But then again, she's been married to Bill for 40 years.
I was getting ready to say, what does she have? It's called marriage.
I think she'll get through this like a trooper. And if you're listening and or watching, Barb, you get better. And that boy needs a good beating. Always does, every week.
Always do.
He takes his retirement too seriously, and he needs to.
Definitely.
Yeah, tell your little story on how you're telling the X-ray personnel there how to do their job.
I said, dude, they came in with the X-ray machine. I was like, first words out of my mouth was the technique for the X-ray. I said 4.5 at 110. Both of them turned and looked at me like, what the hell did you just say? I told you this technique you're going to want to use for that chest X-ray. Then they looked at me and I said, yeah, 31 years. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. So they set up everything. And then the guy's getting ready to take the X-ray, and he goes, hand me the grid over there. Grid, you rookie. Welcome to the bigs, Rook.
Because everybody loves to be told how to do their jobs by an old retired guy.
Hey, professional retired guy.
Right. As a reminder, kids and kittens, the Bill has had to hire extra people to help him along with his retirement.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, without them, I'd be totally lost.
Tell you what,
Welcome aboard to all those folks that are joining us now. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can go to YouTube, where you can like and subscribe. You can comment there. We'll see those comments directly. You can give us a call on the phone, 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. And yes, John, the phone line is up and running.
I'm damn proud of you.
You should be.
I just want to let you know, I am damn proud of you.
I'm gonna roll off into the corner and weep uncontrollably now because John. Okay, I've done my.
Well, let me. Ed went to work last week, and of course, unless you were under a rock, you saw the little spat cat fight, whatever you want to call it, between Marjorie Taylor Greene, AOC,
Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine Crockett. Yep. I kind of like her.
Bill is talking, doesn't realize that we can't hear him because he muted himself. And yet, even though we're still talking, he was talking over us. Keep talking, Bill. Nobody can hear you.
Bite my shiny metal buttocks.
You know the system. You know what to do. Right? Okay. What do you say, John? You want to get into this now? Keep in mind.
I'm sorry. Go. I didn't realize you were going to carry on it. Go ahead.
No. It doesn't matter.
This was a late night session, and as usual, Barney Rubble's body double just had to get her licks in, and we've broken this video down into a bunch of parts. So we're gonna just a little bit here and there, so we can savor it, and we're gonna dish about it. And if you got earrings on, get ready to take them off.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even order of your committee.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene.
Damn, girl. Now there's
lost your mind.
Lost your damn mind. Now, mind you, let's keep in mind this is the House of Representatives. This is the U.S. government, okay?
House of Misrepresentatives.
House of Misrepresentatives. Now, at the very tail end of that, you heard somebody's girl. Whose girl? My girl, AOC.
She got in there, too.
Now, we'll give you a couple seconds. Get your popcorn, because this gets better. This gets better and better. And here we go with part 2.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play,
baby girl.
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
Oh, baby girl. No, you did not.
You're messing with a Bronx girl there. This is not to be. Here's what I'm loving. First off, James Comer has no control over this.
No. Oh, hell no.
Second of all, I love the fact that finally the Democrats are starting to go, you know what? Enough. Enough is enough. And the Barney Rubble body double she's doing what every bully does. You know, she's just antagonizing. And I mean, the stuff she started talking about right off the bat, the judge's daughter and blah, you know, this is all just to inflame.
Yeah, you're not funny.
No, she's funny looking, but look, then again,
FLK.
Okay.
Actually, in her, well, that's an actual technical technical term, medical term.
I don't know what it means.
Funny looking kid.
Oh, well, let's move on to part 3. Now, if you don't have your popcorn, share with somebody else, because I believe this is where it gets really good.
Ms. Greene agrees to strike her words.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Perry, okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Greene
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
Pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
Out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to strike those words as well. I would like
the lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please.
All right, okay, here.
I move to strike.
I moved to
Taylor Greene.
strike her. Let's all strike her.
I want to see her get struck right in the trumple. I mean, for goodness sake. Now, the interesting thing in that little segment is the debate. Now, this is not the first time that Marjorie Taylor Greene has said that.
Debate.
Are you kidding me? The only thing I would pay more money for is to watch Trump testify. But I would go pay-per-view on an AOC.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, that would be. So here we are. I spoke too soon. That wasn't the juicy.
The coup de grace.
Yeah, here's. I believe this is the juicy part. Now, hold on to your wigs.
The correct apology. Ms. Greene, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection.
Not apologizing.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
Uh-oh.
Lift off. By the way, for those of you that missed it, that's beach blonde, bad built body. Although somebody on Twitter made it bleach blonde, bad built Sasquatch Nazi.
That sounds like the phone ringing.
It is the phone ring. Let's see who it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Yes, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Hi.
Who's
Hello.
Hi, Barb.
Hello. My name is Barbara. I'm calling from the United Regional Skyscraper in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Yes, Barb. How can we help you today? Thanks for calling.
Oh, I was just asked to call. I thought my husband wanted to talk publicly to me because he's in public.
Oh, well, he would be happy to. He would be happy to speak to you in public.
I was in private. You pulled me into public.
That's it. Public. I was in private and I got thrown into public.
Well, welcome to the public realm, Barb. It's part of being married to a retired celebrity.
Celebrity? Yeah.
Wow.
Do you even know what that little public thing is all about? Has Bill told you?
Run for your lives! It's a Barbara story.
No, it's a stamp. It's a little spiel that Ron White does in one of his routines.
Okay, all right.
So you go watch it about being thrown into public.
We will certainly look into it. We wish you all the best. You feel better now, and we look
Barbara,
forward.
before you go,
are you trying to, Ed?
Yes.
Ed, are you trying to get rid of me too?
I'm trying to be polite because we're in the middle of something.
Okay, I'm getting thrown back into private. Bye.
Bye. Rest well. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay.
And you want to know where talking over somebody comes from? You want to know?
Not really.
I feel like my ass was already in a sling. Okay. I feel there's going to be a bus ticket bought to New York, and I'm going to get slapped in the back of the head.
It could happen. You never know.
Holy anyway.
You are fined $1 for a violation of the verbal code.
What's your language, you buddy? We're on the air.
My chair gave up.
It's about time. I would have thought it would have surrendered a long time ago.
Just about did.
I was going to try to ask Barbara what medication she was on through that, because it looked like it was working.
Okay. So let's finish this. Here comes the end of the saga here.
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
part of
I'm
it.
trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those
I had no idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what
like
y'all
to get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Miss
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And
yelling.
You don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise,
down.
and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
Chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now.
that.
She is seconds away from whipping that wig off and hold my earrings. That's but she at the very end there, Representative Crockett was 100% right, because they'll jump on anything, the Republicans, the maggots, and good for them for starting to punch back. This goes back to, we don't have the video of it, Biden's debate video this week where he challenged Trump to
we do.
And
we do.
Oh, play it, please.
Uno
We do
momento,
have it.
por favor.
Yes, pour some more.
Or some more, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Prefrontal lobotomy or a free bottle in front of me, whichever one.
All right. Per your request, and be careful, this comes off as being a little loud.
Donald Trump lost 2 debates to me in 2020. And since then, he hadn't shown up for debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays.
Hey.
This is what we need now. We need to start swinging. And enough of this nonsense of us being polite and us, trying to do the right thing, and we're gonna abide by the rules. We're playing by your rules now, kids and kittens, and they don't like it. They don't like it. Look, I wished either AOC or Crockett was wearing hoop earrings, because to watch them get yanked off, let's go out in the cloakroom. And now I will say this, the Sasquatch little body Green, she does work out. She's but
How?
How?
And I'm not an Indian. How does she work out? Jabbering her jaws?
No. There's videos of her out there. She can pump some
That don't
iron.
matter. You ain't stand a chance against no spindly ass black woman from Texas. What's wrong with you?
No. I am fully confident that AOC, being a good Bronx girl, Bronx Puerto Rican girl,
They'll both go at her, and that's the end of it. It's tag team.
Hold on. AOC will calmly and assuredly bust a bottle on the curb and cut a bitch if need be.
That's it. I'm gonna cut a bitch.
So, I'm, by the way, I found out something about Marjorie Taylor Greene, little secret that she has finally let out. She was shocked to find out that ribbed condoms don't taste like ribs.
I'm listening to hear if there's any laughter coming from our audience here.
Oh, it was kind of a massive groan, but okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's we were going for the groan. Yeah, we are picking on MTG right now, but it's just it just makes you the fact that we've degraded into this. Now, these are basically schoolyard fights, and again, I don't blame the Democrats for going after them like this. It's time. Comer has no clue what's going on. We have another video here. Let's just while we're speaking of Comer, here's him against Jared Moskowitz tears this guy to shreds every time he opens his mouth. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So here they are talking once again about the Biden impeachment, okay, which still hasn't died. But here's Representative Markowitz.
So again, Mr. Chairman, since you think this is the final blow, right? And obviously the chairman of Judiciary is here too. We only have June, July, and September before the election. We're not here in August and October. So, I mean, I'm sure the American people are paying attention at 11:30 p.m. where you buried this hearing because it's so important. When are we going to do the impeachment of Joe Biden? When is that going to happen? Is it going to be June? Is it going to be July? Is it going to be September? Let's just put it on the calendar. Let's just put it on the calendar. Pick a month. We're available. We were available at 11 a.m. You guys weren't. Just pick a month, right, so we can get it on the calendar and do the impeachment. So hold on. I'll give you choices. Ready? June. July. How about September? Okay. So we're never going to schedule this thing. It's never going to happen. He's sending out more subpoenas because he has no evidence. Okay. And yet here we go around and around and around. And so we get it. You'll raise money off of it. Congratulations to you.
And by the way, I'm sorry, John, the reference to we're here at 11:30 at night because they weren't here at 11 a.m. That's because a bunch of them traveled up to New York to put on their blue suits and red ties to go cheer for the orange Cheeto, the Cheeto in charge. Excuse me. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
That Cheeto ain't in charge of anything.
Well,
thank God. But no, I tell you. Okay, the reason you haven't seen a whole lot of impeach Biden, because unless you're a maggot, nobody really cares. Nobody, when you hear that impeach Biden crap, they're thinking, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what'd he do?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the simple question, and Moskowitz just basically said that. You have no evidence. Go ahead. Tell us why. We're available. We're available. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, they just want to keep subpoenaing people who are going to come in and say, we really don't have any evidence. And their own witnesses come in and say, we don't really have anything.
Well, it's because you did it, so we can do it too.
We can do it. Exactly. And they're not as good as whipping off the wig and pulling off the hoop earrings.
No, they're not.
Gonna cut a bitch.
I'm surprised the gal from Texas didn't tell her, say, you're going to be wearing your ass for a hat.
I think she already is, to be honest with you. But
well, you do have a point.
That's and by the way, you notice who didn't get into the skirmish was Bobo, who was sitting right there.
She's busy.
I didn't.
Somebody.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Bobo and the trips to New York, she made the trip to New York.
Yeah.
Trump's trial. You know what she missed that day? She doesn't show up for her son's criminal court dates, where he says he can't afford a lawyer.
Her son's criminal court dates. Okay.
Yeah, he says he can't afford a lawyer.
I suppose he can't.
And yet, I don't have it with me, but there's a list of all of Bobo's expenses to travel every place outside of Colorado, using, of course, political donations. And but her boy's sitting in jail. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in jail, but they can't afford a lawyer. And
how much time has Bobo spent with him? How many times has she visited him?
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she brought him the DVD copy of Beetlejuice. Hard to say.
Could very well be.
Here, this is a family tradition, son.
Yeah, work it out.
I think this is the kid who's like 19 or 20. He's already got a kid.
This isn't the one that was in the commercial, was it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but chick fight in the House of Representatives. You can't go wrong with that. And Democrats are showing some backbone, to which we say, huzzah. Huzzah.
Well, the representatives over in Parliament were going, damn, that's looking like us.
Yeah, no kidding.
The English,
look at those bastards go.
they don't monkey around over there. They tell you what they think 2-3 times over.
Well, it's like I've said a bunch of times. The only thing a bully really understands, is a bigger bully.
That is correct.
Or an ass whooping, one or the other.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've made comments. Bill has made comments about me getting nasty with people on Twitter and stuff like that. Ed doesn't say a whole lot about that because I see Ed on Twitter maybe once every other week or something like that. But
I'm busy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's it. That's why you don't see me on there at all. I'm way too busy for that.
Okay.
Bill is retired, and it's killing him. Bill's had to hire on people.
The hardest I've worked in my life. That includes being in the Navy.
I was gonna say, wait till Barbara gets home. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Man. Oh, why'd you have to remind me?
You ain't seen nothing yet. That's all I can say about that.
Your wife
I gotta enjoy what I have.
Bill, your wife loves you.
Yeah, I gotta enjoy what I have left of this day. Says she might be back tomorrow. I'm going over to a buddy's and we're gonna work on the car, drink beer, watch baseball, and then maybe go to a titty bar. I don't know.
So you put all this out in a forum where she can hear all this.
She ain't listening.
She just called.
Yeah, well then, all right.
That medication.
Biatch, if you're listening again, call in again. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
She remember that good medication she was on?
I have some of that in the back room, so
you better get a truckload. You better get a truckload, son.
I need to get my Trump load of.
Yeah, you better a load of Trumples, and
we're going to go to Pete and Tony's this afternoon too. So
there you go. You're going to have the Trump footlong. Only 3 inches.
Two or three of them apparently.
3 of them, yeah. Well, it's they're just filled with merch over there at Pete and Tony's now. It's the shelves are there's talk of an addition. There's talking of an addition, and they may have to build on the other side of the highway.
Yeah,
that's where the talks are going now. Pete's all for it. Tony's holding firm that
he's the conservative guy.
You know how Tony is. So anyway, so now we've got our House of Representatives busting out into a Bronx street fight. I'm all for it. Homer is sitting up there like the confused rat that he is. You look, he's got people whispering in his ear telling him, here's where you are.
What to do.
What to do. He has no clue. And what's his name sitting next to him?
Jamie Raskin laughing his ass off. I loved it.
Raskin is having the time of his life. Sitting there and watching this fool next to him. And just... It's almost worth the Republicans having the majority in the House to watch them fall.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
No, Jamie Raskin looked like he was at a tennis match there for a minute when they were yelling at each other. He's going back.
Well, that's our girls, Bill. That's
it.
Oh, briefly, let me tell a quick story. So Friday, this all happened Thursday night. So Friday, I get a knock on the door. I didn't have to be at work till we worked overnight Friday. I'm still loopy. So anyway, the doorbell rings. I go outside. I open the door, and there's a young lady there. She's a volunteer for AOC.
Oh.
And she's got the flyer in her hand. I said, "That's okay, hon. I'm all in." I said, "I am all in on AOC." And so we were chatting.
You would like to be so, but that's
easy.
another...
I didn't.
Reel that back in a little bit.
Let's not. You got to pick your target, pick your audience, So,
hey, my audience is
read the room.
Right. Well, I read her, and I was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." So I said, no. I'm in her corner. She's got my vote. She had my, and we talked about the night before with the street fight and all that. And I said, look, you saved that flyer for somebody who's amazingly on the fence. But no, I'm there. I am AOC all the way. That's my girl. It's, I just found it very interesting that I got to knock on the door, and I went outside. I said, okay, good. I need to punch a Jehovah's Witness in the throat. So anyway, just a side note. Yes, I did have to work overnight. I got home yesterday about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm still half loopy. And half, yeah, only half. And I'm sure I'll have to be up and about at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. So.
Well, I will try to pretend that I feel sorry for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hardest working white man in radio, Ed Van Ness.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Hardest working man on this panel, that's for sure.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's just because we can't get you to shut up.
Well, there is that. Well, that's not what I was talking about, but okay. You have a system, John. Feel free to use it.
If you only knew how impossible that is sometimes.
No, not at all. No, you're talking about the guy in your other side.
Oh, okay.
That's the one when he gets going. There's no stopping him. Well, I will step back then. I will hand the microphone over to you, sir.
Well, all I'm going to do here is play another video with somebody else's opinion about Trump as he's snoozing through another part of his trial here.
So let's talk about Donald Trump. I agree with the Republican from New Jersey who said if a person cannot stand trial, he should not be president of the United States. Donald Trump has fallen asleep multiple times at his own criminal trial. I'm a former prosecutor. I can tell you that is not normal. I think there may be some physical and mental health issues that should be investigated. I'm going to tell you what people in the courtroom are writing about Donald Trump falling asleep. Here's a reporter who has been observing this. One reporter observed, quote, that Donald Trump has nodded off a few times, his mouth going slack and his head drooping onto his chest, end quote. Another reporter said, quote, that Donald Trump slowly dropped his head. His eyes closed, it jerked back upward, he adjusts himself, then his head droops again, he straightens up, leaning back, his head droops for a third time, he shakes his shoulders, eyes closed still, his head drops, end quote. If a person is so weak and feeble, if Donald Trump is so weak and feeble, he cannot stay awake at his own criminal trial, he can't be president of the United States.
Well, huzzah.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick on that?
Sure.
All that, what he was doing and everything else was what John did at the Twins game in Kansas.
John's doing it right now.
No,
sorry, dog. I'm sorry, dog. That was too easy.
Well, I'm going to do something that's going to surprise the living crap out of you here.
Please leave your clothes on.
That shouldn't surprise you.
No, it shouldn't surprise you.
So, all right. Now, I've only been to a couple of court hearings in my life, but how could anybody not help but fall asleep?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Look, even the most experienced attorneys.
But you're the one on trial. You know, you need to be attentive.
The most experienced attorneys will tell you that much of it is very mundane.
Yeah.
Now I've been on a couple of juries.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a witness. And there's no question that it is sometimes trying to, it's a challenge to keep your eyes open. That being said, it is your criminal trial. Look, nodding off once would be, okay, it's going to happen. But as consistently as he does it, there's something going on there. I mean, if you can't stay awake, then also the other thing that goes hand in hand with this is the one the Republicans will stand and say with no irony whatsoever, well, if they can do it to him, they can do it to you. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, commit the crimes and they will.
Right. And that's right. This just proves that everybody is, nobody's above the law. That's all it's proving. So yeah, look, I to fall asleep as constantly and as predictably as he's doing, maybe he is sitting there with his eyes closed. But you know when somebody's sitting there with their eyes closed as opposed to nodding out. Look, I do this sometimes in the van when we're sitting for hours outside of a location. Sometimes you just boom, and then you jerk yourself right back up. And
not me. If I know I ain't got nothing to do for a couple of minutes or whatever, I'm
have a good old time.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
And we've all done it. You're sitting up straight or whatever, and you close your eyes. You just think, I'll close my eyes. Next thing you know, your head's popping up. And
okay, here's the thing that you have to understand. If you're going to do that, you got to do it like I do. You have to schedule these things throughout the day.
Well, you're in a
schedule them, and then it's a totally different thing. They can't accuse you of falling asleep. So that's a scheduled nap. Hey,
it's a scheduled nap. It's on
my. That's right. It's on my schedule. Oh, sorry.
I'll be back with you in 3.5 minutes. So just
Well, that's one of the damn reasons why I was so out of it the next day, because who the hell could sleep? Now Bill and I are sharing a room there in Kansas City. Keep your mind to yourself there, Ed.
Yes, they were separate beds, so be quiet.
I didn't say a word.
And
guilty conscience, John. I mean, look, the love of friends it's a beautiful thing.
The next thing I hear all of a sudden is
It's right in the middle of my scheduled nap, man.
This was in the damn room. You're supposed to be sleeping, but what you're supposed to do while you're sleeping is let the other guy sleep.
Then when we all finally get to sleep and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, your damn alarm on your phone goes off. And where's your phone? In your pants in the bathroom. So you ain't getting up. I got to get up and turn the damn phone off.
I can turn the alarm off in my mind just as easily as I.
Okay, Trump.
Pretty much.
Ed needs to be recognized, I guess. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Oh, it's Ed.
Gentlemen, this is something that needs to be litigated in civil court.
Not apparently. Here. We need to get this to Judge Judy.
And by the way, Bill snoring is fine. The problem was he was driving the car at the time. So, we don't want to.
Well, that's another
story. Put it on cruise control.
That's what it's for. That is what it's for.
That's what it's there for.
Look, you two love birds. You got a room together. It didn't work out. So,
come on. We've done it before with going to bowling tournaments and other stuff.
I understand. Bill probably sounds like a garbage truck stuck in third gear. But.
Hey. Now, I was going to say something, but Johnny didn't fire that shot, so I'm not going to say anything about Johnny.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Say something about me. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Oh, don't make me take these headphones off.
What, the shows that you're wearing earrings?
Oh.
Speaking of taking the gloves off, I've taken mine off. Let's go,
I
son.
never had mine on.
Oh, there you go. I'm a whip
Next
my
thing-
wig off and
Next thing you know, one of you can call you and baby girl or some goddamn thing like that.
cut a bitch.
Yeah.
I will cut a bitch.
That's it. Come on, baby girl.
I gotta
will
say,
cut a bitch.
I gotta say, when she said "baby girl," I was like, it floored me the first time I heard it. I just no, she did not just say that. She, you brought out the Bronx and AOC, and
The Bronx Center.
I don't know, but she said she said something about her eyelashes, and next thing I knew, wigs were flying, earrings were coming off, and fists were flying, and you know how it's been. Yeah, I don't ever want to fight somebody who fights like a girl because they don't care. They just swing wildly.
Oh, exactly. Pulling hair. Yeah, that's.
Well, you and I have a distinct advantage there, John.
Okay,
well,
with that
this is true. This is true.
Boy, I have had to fight girls, and most notably my older sister, and it's not fun. It's not fun. They swing wildly, and fighting like a girl is no insult. That's
oh no, because they ain't messing around. There's no two ways about it.
And don't try to break one up either.
Ooh, no.
No, you're gonna get one right in the trumples if you try that.
First off, odds are you're gonna touch something you wish you hadn't touched.
Well, you're
and
happy.
Then you're going to get something touched that you wished wouldn't have gotten
right.
touched.
And then it's going to turn around on you.
Yep.
So one time when I was about 12 or 13 years old, me and one of the other guys from the neighborhood were in the local park, a whole bunch of people hanging out. It's the summer. And he and I get into this fight. We never liked each other, and we're pounding away at each other. We wind up on the ground, and he's about to start wailing on me. My sister comes over and pulls him off of me. He's on the ground, and she says, "Go ahead, go get him." I said, I can't hit him now.
That's it.
And I walked away from it. I was like, damn, you're going to fight for me.
Yeah, that's not right.
I mean, her intentions were good. Her intentions were fine. But it's like, I can't wail on the guy now. You know.
No, it's like somebody holding him and go ahead, hit him. No. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do that.
Again, her intentions were. This is my sister Karen. If you happen to be listening.
Oh, she's a Karen. Okay.
Yeah. Bill, do not. You do not want to open that can of worms, especially with her.
I don't. I could say that's why.
She is very much over all that. And I can't say as I blame her. And there are a number of Karens in my extended family. Sorry, John.
She doesn't even like it when I call her my favorite Karen.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then I retract my previous statement.
Good man. Good man. You'll live longer for it.
Yes, I probably will.
By the way, getting back to the serious end for just I don't know. Maybe it's not so serious, but Sean Hannity has some serious demands.
Jesus help
about
me.
this upcoming
play it, baby girl. Play it, baby girl.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. You heard me.
Oh, my earrings. Oh, my earrings.
Yo, in
I
trouble
would add
now.
That moderators' mics, they need to be muted also after a question. Why? Because it's obvious the liberal media, they'd love to be 2-on-1 versus Donald Trump. No, that can't happen. Nor should networks be allowed to put anything on the screen but the names of the candidates, because they might try to hurt Donald Trump that way and participate that way. No go. And while
So this coming from a network that is $700 million in the hole for lying about stuff.
Yeah, and you're what color is the sky in your world?
Plaid. I already know the answer to that.
Apparently, a little Paisley put in there too. So,
for the most part, most of your moderators don't really get involved unless they're trying to shut Donald Trump
you up.
Now,
Well, that's all they're trying to do. They're trying to make each candidate
stick to the time.
Yeah.
Well, in other words, when it's Biden's turn to answer, I mean, we could have found the video of the 2020 debates, and all Trump does is talk over them. And did it help? No. But the idea of the microphone shutting off at the end of the allotted time, I think is fair.
Yeah, I do too.
Let's face it, Biden's going to go over too. So he'll get cut off. But the thing is, Trump, it's about, look, in the past few weeks, we've tried something here at the radio station. And if you're watching us, you'll see this. If you look up by where it says episode and the date, because we tend to talk over each other. So we created this traffic light system. That's for John. Go ahead, Bill. Signal yours. The white is for John.
That's me. That's me.
White
White
is
one
Bill.
is me.
Red is John, and blue is me. That means we want to speak. We want to break in. So that's how we resolve the issue. And I think it's a fine idea to not our system. I'm talking about the system of shutting microphones off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Debates. And I also love the idea of not having an audience. There's no need for an audience.
Sure.
Because look, Trump's not going to do these debates because as it gets closer, he's going to find some reason bail out because with no audience,
he's going to be in jail.
Well, there's that too. They can put Biden's podium right next to the cell.
Oh, exactly.
Well, I was saying for everybody to mention somebody as a running mate, I was going to say, how's that running mate going to feel like instead of living in the White House, living in Rikers?
Well,
yeah, exactly.
Well, the vice president
VP's in a cell next door.
Look, the VP wouldn't necessarily have to do time, but they would be spending an awful lot of time. By the way, Rikers is not where he would do his time.
No,
that's just where he's going to be held until he does do his time.
Rikers is a jail. It's not a prison.
Yeah.
And
it sounded good at the time.
Well, and for those of you that don't know the difference on that, a jail, you can be held up to 364 days. Prison, anything over it, you go to prison. And that's how, if you see a judge say you're getting 12 months, you're going county or whatever. But if you get 1 year and 1 day, your ass is going to the big house.
That's right. The who's gal.
That's how they can get you.
Right. And
put them in one of those prisons down there in Texas.
Well, no, we got
federal.
Send him to Uncle Bud's farm down here. That'd be all right.
We got something better here in New York. It's no longer in use, but it still exists. It's called the Tombs. And this is in Lower Manhattan. It's called the Tombs. And I personally, I've never been. I happen to know a few people.
Well, you should have.
I feel like I have to say that being where I'm from and all that. No, I've never actually been to the Tombs, but I've heard that it earns its name, and they closed it years ago, but it still exists. So send Trump and all those Secret Service people. Actually, there's a whole wing at Rikers that is currently not in use that they can just take over.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, housing them is not a problem. As soon as Judge Marchand says, you're doing 24 hours, they're there. They're I promise you they're ready for it. Promise you they're ready.
What was it? The mayor of New York City came out and said, we're ready for him.
Well, I wouldn't believe anything the mayor of New York City says.
Well, but
Eric Adams is going to go down as one of the most hated one-term mayors in this city.
Has it really been that bad?
Well, he's a former cop, and in NYPD is. And any police or former police that are listening, I know you're going to hate me for this, but
They hate you already, so
I know. Well, I told a story last week about the guy I ran into at a car wash who claimed to be a cop. NYPD are never wrong, and the laws are flexible when it comes to what they do get away with. So
well, why doesn't Tom Selleck take care of all that stuff? He's the commish.
well, we've asked him. He's too busy with the reverse mortgage thing.
Some bitch.
Yeah, well, he said, "I'll cut a bitch if you get in my way."
Said, now, baby girl, listen up.
He pulled off his mustache and everything. He was ready to roll.
Whoa, that was serious.
That was serious. He screamed like a baby, but it was serious nonetheless. We're not fooling around here, kids. We're not fooling around here anymore. Pretty soon, when we come back from our break next week, we're going to be in full riot gear. We're ready to rock and roll.
Pretty much.
Hats and bets, baby. Hats and bets. Don't monkey around. We've had enough. Go ahead.
Here's something a little bit more on the kind of the serious side now. If Trump, or I should say if, because you never know what happens, is convicted in this case, now that makes him a convicted felon.
Ooh.
Now, technically, he cannot hold the office of president because he needs a top security clearance. You cannot have that type of security clearance as a convicted felon. So technically that would disqualify him for the job, any government job for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what worries me with this is they're going to try to drag this out and drag this and through the election, and just in case Trump does win the election. This is why when they start talking about who's going to be his running mate, it's going to be somebody just as hardcore nuts as he is, because
of course,
once he is convicted, once he is sent to prison, he's got to have somebody that, will basically hold up his policies.
Do his bidding.
Yeah, do his bidding. Exactly. And I'm sure he can't be gagged in prison. I'm sure he can't be, I'm sure he cannot be forbidden from meeting with whoever this vice president may be.
The only person, I got to interrupt, John, the only person he'll be that in prison that you're entitled to meet with is your attorney.
Well, who's to say that he can't go through his attorney?
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time, but
yeah.
That's who he's going to meet with. And, hilarity ensues from there. Yes, the United States of America, bastion of freedom. Our president's doing time.
Yeah.
Because he cut a bitch.
Shit.
Oh, we were doing so fine.
Ed find himself. Oh, no, look out.
It wasn't me. It was John.
Did Johnny say shit?
You are fined one for violation of the verbal morality statute.
Watch your language, you bud. We're on the air.
You're getting away with one because we're running out of time.
I saw somebody's podcast the other day, and my God, they were cussing up one side and down the other. They didn't have no damn sensor in there pushing a button on them.
That's them.
Oh, okay. You just think you have power. That's all. Okay, it's gone to your head now.
Bill will rejoin us.
We're having technical difficulties.
You were saying about power?
I was just riffing. I'm sorry.
I'm keeping my lip buttoned.
I'm gonna cut a bitch. I'm gonna cut a bitch. I got a beer bottle right here. Glass. I got a curb right outside. I will.
Hey, it is what it is.
I got my wig back here. I'm ready to whip it off. So don't. Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness for what?
Everybody takes a big pause.
Well, I guess that means it's halftime here, folks, and I don't know what we're doing for it because stuff's kind of changed around here over the last couple of
I don't know. Stick around. It's going to be good. It's a good one.
Okay.
Well, I'll take your word for it. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Radio TFI.
You've found Just Killing Time.
Come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right!
On Radio TFI. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about Miller Lite. What a profound concept. It's got a third less calories than I probably thought it didn't even have. And it's less filling than it would have been if it was more filling than they didn't want it to be. Plus, it tastes as great as you expect, even if it had more calories than it didn't have in the first place. Think about that.
In other words, there's only one light beer, because if there wasn't, he wouldn't be saying there is. Right, yo?
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac. Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Mickey Mouse office. Mr. Mouse? No. Who's it? It's Michael Eisner. Michael Eisner? Hold on a second.
What are you doing answering my phone, Remus?
Sorry, boss. It's Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond, what do you want?
It's Michael Eisner, sir.
It's not Donny Osmond, it's Michael Eisner, the past president. Oh, boy, Eisner.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm almost done with you, pal.
Sir?
I was looking at the ratings for this nightmare you had us going through. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
What a smashing success, sir.
What? That thing was in the toilet.
It was unbelievable. If you break down the demographics...
You know what, Eisner? Save it. I'm just happy it's over.
Sir, I believe the second go-around will be much better.
The second go-round? You must be on crack. We're not doing that thing again. Why do you want to bring that back? Because the first time around, you barely missed toppling the entire network?
Well, sir, it's already done.
What do you mean it's already done? Nobody ever told me it was already done. Hang on. Remus! I'm on the phone with Remus.
Yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing?
Running some conduit, boss.
Do it quietly, Remus. That's not quiet enough, Remus. That bluebird stinks like an armpit.
Sir, our May sweeps will be amazing. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, too. Instead of 15 nights, 40 straight nights.
40 nights of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. You're killing me.
And the celebrities, 10 times better.
Oh, my God.
We got...
Hold on. Remus? Remus?
Yeah, boss.
Take the harmonica.
Yeah.
Slide it up your back end. Walk it out.
All right, boss.
All right.
We've got Bernie Capel.
Who?
Bernie Capel, the doctor from the Love Boat.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, he hasn't worked since he did the Stop Snoring Spray commercial.
We've got a real hottie, Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, my God, she's terrible.
And someone I know you'll love, Billy Bush.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the president's annoying nephew?
That's the one.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You can't put him on there.
And the...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Remus! Remus! Can't hear you, boss. I'm still. Remus, I'm on the phone. Can't hear you, boss. Stop drilling. What are you making? Making a new credenza, boss. What's wrong with my old credenza? Your shellac am shot. My shellac am shot? That's right, shellac am shot. Oh. They can do it. Oh. What? Oh, I don't care who you have on this nightmare.
Well, we definitely have some major A-listers, sir. We've got Scott Bakula and Leonard Nimoy.
Even Remus doesn't remember Leonard Nimoy. Sure I do, boss. Remus, I wasn't addressing you. Sorry, boss, but he was from Father Knows Best. Oh, my God. I'm surrounded by idiots. Hey, Remus, I thought I told you to put that harmonica up your butt. Sorry, I farted, boss. Oh, don't fart in the office, Remus. The Uber's coming at me.
Well, I guess I don't get my introduction here, so I'll just come on in here. Come on, Ed, stay with the group.
I'm doing my best.
Okay. Well, welcome back to Just Killing Time. I'm John. That's Ed. That's Bill. That's all you need to know. And we're going to carry on here with hour number 2. You want to go right up here and cue the band, if you will?
Sure. Can we say hello first?
Nah.
Bill has still muted himself. He's talking. He keeps talking even when he's muted.
I did not mute myself.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
I'll cut a bitch.
Oh my goodness!
I will cut a bitch.
He's got to cut a bitch. but thanks to modern technology, the only bitch he can cut is himself. So, best of luck with that, Bill. Keep your camera on.
I'll tell you something real quick. He'd have come after me with that. I'd have quoted that line from the movie Warriors.
Oh.
I'll stick that up your ass and turn you into a popsicle.
Popsicle.
They're rude.
Oh,
they are
that'd
very
be one
rude.
hell of a popsicle. That's a knife. That's a knife.
This show has taken a decidedly darker turn.
Yes, it has.
My goodness. I'd say we need next week off. By the way, next week, if you tune in at this time live,
You're going to be a dumbass.
No. If you tune in on the radio side, we'll be on the radio side.
Oh, okay.
But what we're going to present to you is the battle of the one-hit wonders, one and dones. In other words, all the songs that only appeared once, never won.
One-hit wonders? Double one-hit wonders.
The one-time one-hit wonders, the one and dones. And that'll be next Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll probably replay it a couple times.
Do we have the rights for that now?
Don't you worry about it. That's
all right.
We do, but I had to cut a bitch.
You need my knife?
No, it's already done.
It's already done. Okay.
And I got their hoop earrings too. So it's, what do you say? We get through this?
Let's do this.
Yes, please.
All right, it's on this date, what used to be birthdays here on the Radio TFI streaming network. Let's get right into it. On this date, in 1884, Ringling Brothers Circus premieres in Baraboo, Wisconsin. See that? Everybody loved the circus. Used to go see the circus every year when I was a kid at Madison Square Garden. They also they kept playing hockey and basketball games during that month. And when you went to a hockey or basketball game, you knew the circus was there because they kept the elephants. They kept all the animals at the garden. It was Moving on, in 1892, American engineer Charles Brady King invents the pneumatic hammer, or as you know it, the jackhammer that is pounding out front of your house all day long. Yeah. In 1928, and this is something Bill probably would have entered the contest for to be the queen of. 51 frogs entered the first annual Frog Jumping Jubilee in Angels Camp, California. Oh, they loved it. Far
out.
In 1953, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to ratify the state constitution and admit Ohio to the Union retroactively as of March 1st, 1803, 150 years after overlooking the paperwork.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay. I thought you missaid the year. So I was like, okay.
I did not. You got to stick around for the whole thing. There's,
apparently, sorry.
All proofread. John, that was for you being in Central Ohio and all. And
well, I appreciate the hell out of it.
Now, in 1992, and everybody will get a chance to say this, Amy Fisher shoots Mary Jo Buttafuoco in the face in an altercation over an affair with her husband, Joey Buttafuoco, in Massapequa, New York. Where is it? Now, who wants to say the name? Because it's fun to say. Buttafuoco.
Joey Buttafuoco. Forget about it. About it.
I just make it easier. Joey Buttfucker.
Oh, no, he didn't. We got to cut a bitch now.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality standard.
Oh, come on. Give me 2 for that.
You should get 2 for that. Ed don't even look happy. Wow.
John's going mute for a while. You just sit there and think about what you did there. Young man.
Shame on you.
Don't you dare touch that button. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, because I will cut a bitch. You sit there and you think about what you did and what you said.
Yeah, you twat waffle.
You don't encourage him.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of despots and dictators, in 1890 on this date, Ho Chi Minh was born.
Yay!
In 1925, and we lost him in 1965, Malcolm X was born. 1925, also Pol Pot, Cambodian dictator. So I'm starting to feel that being a dictator here is the right way to go. I didn't get the music together, and I wish I had. 1942, Curly Neal of the Harlem Globetrotters, the greatest dribbler of all time. Sadly, we lost Curly Neal in 2020.
Was that when it was? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. Turning
when
70.
Did Meadowlark? You know anything about Meadowlark? When did Meadowlark?
Well, it wasn't today. I can tell you that much.
Oh, okay, well, bite me.
Turning. And I purposely didn't bring the music up.
I know you should. Come on, sweet Georgia Brown.
God, I'm tired, man. Turning 79.
Oh, yeah, because you work so freaking hard.
Easy. Look, I know you're retired, and I know it takes a lot out of you.
You damn right it does.
Turning 79 years old today, Pete Townsend of The Who. Born on this date in 1946, and sadly we lost him in 1993. Andre the Giant. John, where was Andre the Giant born?
Andre the Giant.
Closer to your microphone, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. You know what? I know he was born in France.
France, yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't know.
We'll take France. That's good.
Close enough for government work.
Well, he used to be known as, first off, he used to be known as the French Giant. That's at least when I first remembered him. Then, well, just trying to. I had something else, another fact about him, but
he was a big mother effer.
Tell me this: do you know what Andre the Giant's real name was.
It wasn't
Bob
on
Johnson.
There. It was it was Bill Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Bill Johnson. If you
No, what was his real name, dog?
His real name was Andrei Rusanov.
He was a Ruski?
No, he was not a Ruski.
All right.
He was not a Ruski.
Also born on this day in 1959, Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah, we know when we sadly lost her.
Yeah, and finally,
because they cut a bitch.
They cut a bitch. Yeah, they did. Turning 67 years old today. Bill Lambier of the Detroit Pistons, and
tried dragging his app up and down the court for 48 minutes.
We should say that.
Come on, you got it in there somewhere?
Got it in here.
I think you're the greatest, but my dad says you don't work hard enough on defense. He says that lots of times you don't even run down court. And that you don't really try, except during the playoffs.
The hell I don't. Listen, kid. I've been hearing that crap ever since I was at UCLA. I'm out there busting my buns every night. Tell your old man to drag Walton and Lanier up and down the court for 48 minutes.
That's gonna do it for On This Date for
the big guy
for today, May 19th. And oh, wait a minute, we have to play us out.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
And many more. Now, before we get back into any serious stuff, I've got something for you guys, for you Minneapolis guys. Bear with me a moment while I set it up. Still got the sound, but you don't have the video. So I want you guys to watch this and tell me if any of it looks or sounds familiar.
It's called money. It's called money.
And I'm having a bit of a
yes, you are.
Bit of a issue here. And one moment, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I promise you, we're gonna get there. It's as soon as things work out for me here. I forgot to do a thing, and I grabbed hoop earrings instead of.
Oh, that'll mess you up every time.
There we go.
Oh my God!
It does, and it does mess me up every time.
It's called money. Welcome to Bowling for Dollars. It takes 2 strikes in a row to win our jackpot. Anything less than that amounts to about $1 per pin. A 3rd consecutive strike in the program pays off. Madeir Snowmobile. And we have the red pin bonus. I'll explain that as we go along. Plus the fact we have a special bonus also consisting of a pin rack over here. In fact, let's take a look at it. All right. Isn't that nice? This is a bunch of red pins here, and they all have some nifty prizes tacked onto the back.
By the way, what we're watching and listening to here is Bowling for Dollars from Minneapolis, St. Paul, KSTP, back in the day.
We don't know which contestant will pick up what pin. But for instance, there's a watch in there, crock pot. You can go on and on, a wall barometer, bathroom scale, some very, very, all nice things. The pin pal at home, it's everything the bowler gets. It's really that simple. But to get this, the bowler has to get a strike on ball number 1 and then miss on ball number 2. It's a darn good consolation prize. As for the red pin bonus, I'll explain that in a moment or two. Now let's get to the big good, the money, a ton of money. Look at that. We haven't been over $2,000 in a long while. Let's now go to $2,080. And here is Norma Marquardt of Maplewood.
Oh, God.
Now, where's Maplewood?
It's in St. Paul. Yeah.
Okay. They actually give out, watch this when they read the pin pal. Oh, I started over again. I didn't mean to do that.
Back of them. We don't know some very, very, all nice things. The bowler has to get the red pin bonus. I'll explain that in a moment or two. Now let's get to the big goodie, the money, a ton of money. Look at that. We haven't been over $2,000 in a long while. Let's now go to $2,080. And here is Norma Marquardt of Maplewood.
Oh, I guess it cut short after that.
You know what? You know why that jackpot gets so big, right? They keep having the Norma Marquardts of the world up there bowling that couldn't hit a barn if it. Jesus Christ!
No, the way I've been bowling, I'd have left a 10 pin anyway. So what the hell?
Yeah, there you go.
I stumbled across that. I stumbled across some bowling for dollars stuff on YouTube, and then I stumbled across this one from Minneapolis. That was supposed to be longer. I had edited that to add a couple of people with local references and whatnot. That was going to be for you guys. What I found amazing, and this is like 78, 79, but when they reach in for the pin pal, they pull out the card. They read not just the name, but the full address.
Oh, dear God.
And it's like, okay. It was a much different time, though. It's back in the days when nobody would cut a bitch.
Nobody would cut you back then.
Okay, two pop quizzes for you. Bill, you should know this. First off, who is the host there?
No, I can't honestly tell you that, dog.
That the host is Tom Ryther.
Was it really?
Todd, newscaster for KSTP.
Oh my God! What was he? 19?
Pretty close. Secondly, what bowling alley was that held at?
That's what I was going to ask. It was Brunswick Lanes. So you could tell that with the stupid ass thing up there. Yeah. There's so many up there. I'd not venture to Maplewood Lanes.
It was actually Minnehaha Lanes.
Oh, was it Minnehaha? Okay.
Yes.
But now I'm sorry I didn't get the. I had put together. There was more to it.
See, you're just too inclined to be a frickin' surgeon on these videos.
There you go.
Anyway, I forgot until just this moment that you guys were bowlers too. That wasn't part of it. It was just the whole Minneapolis, the Twin City.
That's why I was laughing. How could you not win that thing? You throw one strike and then throw it in the gutter on the next ball. Come on, how difficult is that?
Well, the consolation prize. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I watched a bunch of these from different cities. You know, they're all low budget. You know, that $2,000 jackpot was one of the bigger jackpots that you saw.
Oh, wow, man.
Oh, yeah.
They start
ginormous. Ginormous. They said, look,
I wouldn't have sneezed. Even today, I wouldn't sneeze at 2,000.
No, I wouldn't argue with somebody handing me 2K.
But it's amusing. And it was, you see guys coming on. These guys, you can tell they've been bowling for like 8,000 years. And they get on, and it's and they knock down 7 pins and don't get the spare. Don't
From
pick
Maplewood, Minnesota. It's Paulie Hirung.
Yeah,
I don't get that reference at all, but I'm sure it's hilarious.
That's for Johnny.
He was a guy that we bowled with
quite
a bit. He was on a few teams with us over the years. We were known as the Terminators.
Hey, by the way, dog, did you see that Paulie finally got his 300 game?
See, and I had thought he'd thrown one before.
I thought he had too, but he said he threw his first 300 the other day. So I was like, well, hell, then you're done.
You're not allowed to bowl after that?
Oh, that's what we've all said. The minute I throw a 300, I'm done. I don't care if it's in the middle of a series. If it's the first game of the night, y'all better just buy beers because I'm gone.
Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days you could actually smoke in the bowling alley.
Yeah,
and
I can remember having my cigars and smoking them
yep.
down on the SETI area.
Bill would bring a box of cigars down to the bowling alley and a few brewskis.
First time
go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say when I bowled as a kid, believe it or not, there was a bowling alley at 52nd Street and Broadway. It was on the second floor. Yes. I'm not.
Oh, dear Lord.
I'm not kidding. It was right there in the middle of. There was an arcade underneath it that we used to go to all the time. We called
so
it the Penny
to
Arcade.
these balls going and rolling down.
I think the bowling alley was above it. Anyway, they were right there within the same block. But the bowling alley had the big windows on the second floor, and that's where I learned how to bowl, such as it was. And I remember the place was. But I've been in other bowling alleys since then. But yes, I missed the days when a friend of mine was tending bar at a bowling alley down in Fort Lauderdale. The bar was separate from the lanes, but it's all together. So I'd go hang out at the bar. Yeah, you drink, you smoke, and they were one of the first places to have the huge satellite dish. And you'd watch stuff from all over the world and just picking them up off the bird. And it was, but you guys bowled like real Midwesterners do. You were in leagues. You probably had funky shirts and.
No, we
had the funky shirts when we went to nationals.
Ooh, not locally.
And actually, dog, I still have mine hanging in the closet back there.
You still have your Terminator shirt?
Yes, I still have my Terminator shirt.
Wait a minute.
And in my bag right now, I've got my Terminator's rag. So what the hell, man?
When you say you went to nationals, does that mean you guys were good?
Doesn't mean we were good.
Well,
we just
but
went
it was
to nationals.
Here's the thing: you bowl with a handicap.
And
I was the team's handicap.
Okay,
yeah.
No, but we bowl with a handicap, so all you'd have to do is if you have a handicap, like
just shoot your stinking average, and you're gonna make money.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many teams would be in the nationals?
Thousands.
So what did you have to do? Did you have to pay a fee to enter the nationals?
Oh yeah.
No, they just let you in. Come on in.
I'm asking. I don't know if it's an invitational. Do you play your way in? Do you pay your way in? I don't.
No, you have to pay to enter.
It's not an invitational.
All right. Was that so difficult, Bill?
We had to pay, and it
Answer
was.
the question.
God, I can't remember how much it was. It was wasn't about $100
for the national
for all.
Yeah, for the national,
for all
it's
events.
kind of spendy. Yeah,
Barbara, if you're still listening, I understand now why you beat the living daylights out of this guy. I say have at it when you get home. I'll kick in to hire somebody to come in and beat him senseless every now and again. We will cut a bitch.
Hey, she works with a company that does, it's called Visiting Angels, and she's with me on Friday and Saturday. So she's with me for like 6 hours on Saturday. So she's supposed to do my bidding.
How's that working?
That works real well. So I had a gal come over yesterday from noon to 4, and she actually kind of cleaned and vacuumed and all sorts of shit. And I was just in a total amazement to watch this girl work.
You are fined 100 for a violation of the Miranda.
Watch your language, you bud. We're on the air.
Oh, okay. And I was in total amazement just watching this girl work. And then I called Barb and I go, you know what?
From behind. That's why.
Well, no, wasn't that? Just watching her work was impressive. I told Barb, I said, it's amazing. It is amazing how this gal did not come over, in a rocking chair and fall asleep for 6 hours.
And you wonder why you get your ass beat sometimes.
Bill scratches his head while she's walloping him. I don't understand why.
What do I do now?
Now here's why you need to get into one of these businesses, and you need to work with the VA clients. Okay, Barb makes roughly $12 an hour for doing what she does, which is bullshit anyway. But you get that one.
And allow that one.
And the VA reimburses this company per hour that she works with me $74.60 an hour.
Yep.
And of that, she gets 12.
Yep.
That is.
You tell me that ain't a ripoff.
Well, congratulations, sir. You just found out the Uber method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago, there were a couple of guys that I was friendly with in the cab business. They left they bought a couple of four-door sedans, and they worked their way into doing insurance rides strictly. They formed a company, and they were just that's all they did. And I was desperate to get involved with them. I said, you got to let me in, and it didn't pan out. But yeah,
Johnny will remember when we were
like that. Oh yeah.
When we were doing the X-rays, Johnny and I will attest to it. We didn't make dick off of doing the X-ray.
Don't push it.
We made the money off delivering the machine. Made like $175, $176 to just go and take the machine out and do the X-ray, and they got like $30 or $40 for doing the exam. So it was, it was terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. When I was an independent cab company for the year, I don't even know how we managed, but we got hooked up with this outfit. We were given, to do rides, not exactly medical transportation, but kind of. And they were paying us a flat, what was it? It was like $35 a ride. And most of the rides were under 12. The drivers would run the meter. We paid them the full meter. So they didn't lose anything. Drivers lost nothing. And we kept the difference. And we weren't hiding anything. The company knew what we were doing. Apparently, it was a holdover from the old owners of the cab company, and we were like, "Okay, we'll continue." We got a call one day, and we were shocked. Well, how come you haven't sent us invoices? Because we didn't know you existed.
Exactly.
We got that all straightened out, and and that was helpful. The deals that get struck are sometimes unbelievable. Now, in the case of Visiting Angels, they will sit there and go, "Well, we have expenses too." Sure, great.
I understand that. I do. I understand that. As a businessman, I understood that. I get that. But come on, you're making $74.60 an hour and you're paying your person $12. That's obscene.
It is. It ought to be at least half of that.
Well, I told Barb, I said, you should be getting a third, bare minimum, a third of what they get. And they would still make money fist over foot.
Right. But
Bill,
and there's your government dollars at work.
Bill, you remember the company that I was working for when I was still in Minnesota? Before we went down to Wichita Falls.
Okay.
I found out with those medical rides that they were doing the same damn thing. They were paying the drivers around $2 a mile, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I was going to say,
but that's just for the time you get the passenger in your car till you get them to where they're going. They didn't give you any dead miles. But they were getting like $45, $50 a ride, regardless if the driver was only getting 15.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same damn thing.
Now here's one for you. Now the company that I was affiliated with, Yellow Cab, who never met a medical transportation program that they couldn't screw up. And they went through a lot. Just a quick side note: there was one that they wanted all the drivers to be qualified for. You had to take a little class, and I wouldn't do it. And the GM comes to me one day. He says, "Ed, why won't you be a part of this?" I said, "Because I've been a part of every other one. I know in the end, I wind up losing money because you guys screw everything up." And anyway, so there was this one. Actually, it was the one I'm talking about. What they had done, they gotten themselves into a situation where they were getting a flat rate per ride, but it was very low. It was something ridiculous, like $15, $18 a ride.
Jeez.
So what they would tell us was that when you pick it up, you cannot run with the time on. In other words, there's no waiting time at lights or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And that quickly devolved into nobody would take these rides.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yellow Cab of Broward, and I'm not afraid to say it because I said it to them to their faces. They have screwed up every medical transportation option they've ever had. Because the last one I was involved with, it was set up through the state of Florida, and I found out the hard way. So they would have these rides scheduled, and you'd get there and you find out, oh no, this person died 6 months ago. So now you had the ride going out in the morning, which meant there was a return ride. Common sense would cancel the return ride. No. The return rides. So what everybody started doing, because we found out all these rides are scheduled 3 days in advance, but they can't change them for whatever reason.
So whether they were dead or not, they still got paid for the ride.
They still got paid for the ride.
I could have seen us do that, dog. Yeah, we show up and the patient's dead, and I'd bill Medicare. That would have gone over well.
Yeah, I started doing, because I had said it a bunch of times to everybody involved, stop dispatching these rides, especially when, in the morning you go out 3 days in a row, and 3 days in a row you're told they're dead, they're not, or they're gone, they're off the program, but you still keep sending out the afternoon rides. So I just started, because our meters were also GPS tracked, I just ran the rides.
Yeah,
I ran the rides.
Yeah. We called it ghost riding.
I was hoping, I wanted to get called into the GM's office. Ed, why are you doing this? Because you're idiots. That's why I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. What John and I also had with that was you patients that had Medicare for doing their X-rays, they still had their copay. Now, a lot of them would pay their copay. Now, this one guy was kind of delinquent, so I sent him a letter about it, and he calls me and said that his wife had passed, during this, and it's just right around Christmas time. And, I like I said, I'm not chasing some 80-year-old man around the country for $45. It's just not, it's not in my heart to do it. And that was the same thing with this guy. He says, my wife just passed, we're doing this. And I told him, I said, you tear that piece of paper up and have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's
there's
nice.
There's no way. I mean, I just chalk that up to the cost of doing business.
Well, as the proprietor, you can do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're, in my case, I was the driver, I'm paying the company X amount of dollars for dispatch and all that. And yet you're constantly every day sending us out on rides that you already know are not going to be there. So now I'm wasting time. I'm fighting rush hour traffic. And again, you get to the point, you know what? This is a $50 ride. I'm going to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've did my share of ghost riding too. You bet.
I'm done with it. Just put a little scribble on the signature on the, it was all free money to me.
The only problem.
How many times did we do that, dog? Nurse didn't sign the form. I go, John, sign this. Because I had to sign my name. So if I John, sign a guy's name.
There was one time early on, they said, well, this looks like your signature. I said, okay. So I started sending things with my left hand.
That works too.
I would ask strangers, here, can you sign this, please? I wasn't, if you're screwing me over. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. There were times where, people just weren't ready or there had been a schedule screw up. Fine. I'm not sweating that. Things happen. But our company was notorious for messing up these systems. That last one that I was involved in, I begged them. I said, please, if you're going to do this. Well, Ed, I said, no, Ed's been here for 30 years and have seen all this
Ed's
stuff
not being
fall
Ed.
apart. I've seen every one of these fall apart because in the end, and this was right at the time too, when they had decided the best way to do our dispatch system was to forward all the calls to Pakistan.
Oh yeah. We ran into the same thing.
Oh dear Lord!
Into the same thing like that at the cab company I was with. They sent them to actually Philippines.
Oh my God!
No, ours was the Philippines. I'm sorry.
Okay. You guys will understand that. Johnny probably remembers it too when we were doing the X-rays. To get the X-rays read during the day, we actually sent them to Australia.
Oh yeah, because I remember the audio part coming back.
Nighthawk, and we sent them to Australia so that they could read them while they were working during the day. And it was hilariously stupid.
So you had to send them halfway around the world
Yeah, well, no, I mean it was digital X-ray, so I mean just boom,
digital,
computer,
okay.
boom, and ship it out. So yeah, but still, it was Australia that was reading them.
You know what? But that makes sense. That makes
At least
sense.
you could understand the reading.
Well, yeah, you could mostly because at the bottom they'd go, "Oh crikey, the guy's got a broken hip."
You're talking about a static thing that has defined parameters. It's going to be this, that, or the other
Right,
thing.
yeah, you go on a JPEG image and boom,
Right.
there they went.
Right. But now you're talking to people who have no idea about where you are, no idea what's going on. And it's like, I remember after I found out about this, I was having a conversation with the president of the company. I said, John, why are we shipping our calls off to India? And he literally threw his head back and laughed. He says, it's not India, it's the Philippines.
Oh, well, gee, okay then. Well, why didn't you say so?
I was like, you know what? And at that point, I was glad things went into.
Okay, we made a point out of it, John. Remember that you didn't have to call an 800 number to get in touch with us to order an X-ray. Because with the other company that was in town, you had to call an 800 number, and I think it went. If you remember right, was it Cleveland or something like that?
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Well, you had to call an 800 number to order the X-ray, and then they'd have to dispatch it back to Wichita Falls, and then get in touch with the tech that was doing it. And our thing was BS. You just call us, and we'll be out there.
Exactly.
If need be, we'll cut a bitch.
We would do it too.
I know you would. I just went through this.
John carried a blade, so hey.
I know. So I realized last week that my 401k contributions hadn't been going through.
What?
So,
now I will cut a bitch over that.
So now I call the company that handles that for us. And they look at my account and all that. They go, oh, okay, you're going to have to check with, there's a payroll company that cuts our paychecks called EP, Entertainment Partners. All right. So you're going to have to call EP. Okay, I call EP. They do their thing. First off, I'm being sent to India, which I don't like. So I do my thing. At first, I'm polite about it. I say I'd like to be transferred to a U.S.-based customer service rep.
What is making you think we are not in the U.S.?
This one guy kept saying, first he would say, oh, I'm going to transfer you in a minute. And then 10 minutes would go by. Oh, in a minute, maybe two. Then he says, I have to get permission from my supervisor. I said, why do you need permission? Oh, it'll just be a minute. And like Indians do, they keep changing the subject. I finally got through.
Now, I got to be careful with that. Hindu Indians, not Indian Indians.
I would say Native Americans if I was.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Who will cut a bitch?
Absolutely.
Well, he'll say guardians, actually, but
that's right. Say guardians.
So I finally get through to a U.S.-based customer service, and we go through all this. Oh no, you have to talk to your union about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh no! It was payroll. The payroll locally for the production. Okay, fine. So now I called the payroll department, who are at the stage that we work out of. Blah blah blah. She does all her stuff. She says, "No, you got to check with the union. Talk to your captain about it." So I call my captain. Hey George, blah blah. He gets back to me about a couple hours later. He says, "Nope. You got to call the union hall about this. I got nothing to do." He says, "There's a form, but it's electronic." I was okay. So now I call the hall.
Everybody needs to understand that Ed is a teamster.
So
they're calling all these other places. Now, when it finally gets to the last guy, he's talking to John Gotti.
Close. No cigar. So I called the union.
Gentlemen, I need to step away for just 1 second.
You do
Johnny
that.
got to go take a pee.
Don't take one, leave one. Do your thing.
Exactly.
That's it.
So anyway, now I finally got a hold of the union hall. And she goes, oh my is not good.
Oh my, lions and tigers and bears.
Turns out there's been no contributions at all this year.
You guys have been making the payments, eh? We've just been accepting them. Thank you very much, Mr. Van Ness.
Yeah, thanks for doing business with us. So this was Friday, and she's supposed to get back to me. I'm sure I'll hear from her Monday or Tuesday, but yeah. So I got contributions that have just not been being made and being paid. And
where's the money gone? Where'd it go? I'm sure it's been taken out of your check, though, hadn't it?
We're going to stop right there.
Okay. All right, then.
We're just going to
stop. Now we're getting into sleeping with the fishes. So, okay.
It's going to be a thing. This is my retirement we're talking about. And I can only hope to aspire to be as retired as always. Yeah, no, I don't even think I'll get there. I think I might make the equivalent of double A ball. AAA if I play it just right.
Just right.
I don't think there's any cup of coffee in my future.
No, sir. No, sir. Wow. And
So,
Luca Brazzi sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's mighty impressive, Ed.
I've just been going down this rabbit hole of phone calls. You need to talk to this one. When I got to the last call, the Union Hall, I said, before we go any further, and I laid out the whole thing to her. She says, okay, you just saved me a whole bunch of time. I said, yes, because I've spoken to everybody. You are it. You're the last.
Can I speak to the consigliere? You want a fresh one?
I got something here changing up a little bit. This is, as John likes to call it, a repeat tweet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I've never heard it, so okay.
This is from a guy called Captain Obvious. At the Fun Guy 669 is his handle. Says, I still can't believe Melania Trump blocked me. All I said was, quote, I admire you for being fluent in 5 different currencies. This is not a joke. I think that's funny. I think
that is. That right there, that's funny. That's funny right there.
That's some funny stuff. See how you can say stuff instead of the word that you like to use. And by the way, John Shannon doesn't realize it yet, but once we go off the air, when we go into the 3rd hour, he's gonna get his butt kicked.
We've secretly replaced his coffee with Folgers crystals.
Because he does that. He does that intentionally.
More than likely.
More than likely.
Hey, I gotta go potty. I'll be right back. I gotta go see a man about a horse.
The only thing more likely than John saying the F word intentionally is that you're going to get your butt kicked.
Come on, man. Vegas won't even take those odds.
No, nobody will touch that. Nobody's going to touch that. There's I'm just sorry I won't be there to see it. Leave the camera on.
Yeah, I should, because it's going to be an ass beating when she comes home just to get caught up on the ones I missed.
That's what. This is.
She just texted me a picture. She's on the 9th floor at the hospital. She just texted me a picture of a pigeon staring in her window.
We're watching you all the time, Barb.
That's it. That's her. He's going to be coming. She's giving this pigeon the information. He's going to come over here later in the day.
We have spies all over. I have something else I meant to, apropos of nothing here. The fact that we blur. Hold on a second. I got to let you stop laughing. All right. The fact that we blur women's nipples and men's ass cracks, but Ted Cruz's face is left visible is absurd.
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
I didn't want to know.
That's kind of a
So it's kind of a is misnomer the word I'm looking for? No.
Yeah, kind of
a misnomer.
Like, okay, if I look like Ted Cruz, I'd shave my ass and walk on my hands.
That is absolutely correct. I would let my Trumple fly free.
Let that Trumple salute that Trumple.
Is it this? Which is the British one? Is it
No,
this
the
one?
British is like this. Now,
This
why? Okay, here we go. Why do the British salute with the open hand like that?
I'm going to say it's to demonstrate that they're not holding a weapon.
No, but that was originally where the salute developed from. Was the knights would lift up their
Okay.
things, but they saluted like this because they have lost a war. That's why the U.S. salutes like that. Yeah,
because we've never lost the war.
Yeah, well, I guess we are. We're 10-2-1. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it depends on whether it's actually declared. Remember,
yeah, declared war. Hey, it's John Shannon.
Remember, Bill, the two that we quote unquote lost were actually police actions.
Yes, exactly. So
they don't count. They don't count.
It doesn't count exactly.
But
I think they know ahead of time that they're not going to win, so they call them police actions. Just so.
That's true.
But the thing with the weapons is actually how the handshake developed.
Yes, that was also true too, to show that you had an empty hand. But the salute was because the knights would raise their visors to recognize who they were, and that's where the salute came from.
There you go. As someone who didn't serve time in the military.
And now you know the rest of the story.
There you go.
I promise you, most of the people listening have no idea who that is.
No, I guarantee they don't.
Who was it?
Paul Harvey. Time for news.
Yeah, he was something else. That's for sure. Hey, listen, I got something I got to talk about here that
have anything to do with your bathroom issues, or?
It could be. If you would like it to be.
That's right.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you go into that, I don't know if you guys saw this, but before we go into nuts, I got one. Roseanne Barr being nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Get a load of this.
I'm curious, like, where do you get your news? Like, how do you bone up on the news when you don't trust news and you don't
classified CIA documents and government documents?
Like that you Google on the internet, or is there somebody you trust, or how do you?
I go to military sites. And
have you always done that, or is that
and of our allies as well, not just of the United States State Department, but of our allies in the UN and I also read the papal bulls from the Vatican, and I also read statements out of Switzerland, Basel, Switzerland, and stuff. Yep. I read really deep stuff because I love to read. I've always loved to read.
Ooh, okay. Anybody want to?
That was meant, I guarantee you, to be funny. But Megyn Kelly has no sense of humor, and apparently neither does Roseanne anymore.
Not anymore. No, I honestly, yeah, she was trying to be funny, like that absurd video she put out a couple of weeks ago. Oh, Joe Biden raped me in this store dressing room.
Yeah,
she anyway.
That was about as funny as a screen door on a submarine.
Yes, sir.
But
a little slow.
It works.
Exactly. Hey, this ought to piss you guys off to no end. I have finally figured out a way to keep my fat ass out of McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Call Uber Eats?
Yeah, that's it.
McDelivery.
McDelivery. Okay. Please inform us, Mr. Shannon.
McDonald's is getting rid of the free drink refills.
Bastards.
And it says that more fast food chains may follow.
Those sons of bitches.
Well,
yeah.
Let's see. If you remember correctly, that's how they all started out. With the Bill, we can talk this out, Bill.
No, we can't.
Bill?
I'm going to McDonald's. I'll get my free refill, damn it.
You're going to cut a clown?
I'll cut the clown.
But they all started out. Now, I can see, look, it costs them pennies a drink. Okay, once everything is set up. But I can also see, look, we've all walked into a McDonald's or someplace where you serve yourself. And people are just standing there. Ice is dropping all over the place, and how much is wasted, and it creates a bigger mess. Look, if I was a kid, I'd be fascinated by the ice portion of it, just like and drop down. And
I don't know. I personally, I've never seen a kid playing with the ice.
No, because mommy cut the kid.
Oh, did I say kid? I meant me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more understandable.
I got Phil while he was drinking. I got him.
That was almost a spit take.
I mean, come on. Now look.
Get a little closer, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that to me, that's just outright stupid. Now,
That's absurd. There's no doubt.
Now, if they were when they told or said that, well, they'd have to raise the prices for their cheeseburger if we paid our employees a minimum a working wage, I have no problem with that. But you're going to start.
That's it. I'll pay a nickel extra for a cheeseburger to see this kid make a earning living.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not what we're talking about here.
No, we're not. But it's the same thing. What he's talking about with refills.
Yeah, but somebody got their balls in an uproar because they're because of all that. Oh well, these people are just minimum wage workers. We shouldn't be paying them $20 an hour for that.
Well, that's BS too.
Well, wait a minute. Are we still? Did we get off?
Well, I'm just saying. No, I'm just kind of falling onto what Bill said.
Well, okay. Now here's the thing, though. How many times do you actually get a refill when if you go into McDonald's and sit down? What most people do is they'll top off their drink when they leave. Yeah.
Yes.
I do drink quite a bit when I go to McDonald's or those places. I will finish off my 1 cup, and then when I'm getting ready to
place, it's such a happy place. French fries up your
nose. But I mean, come on. It's like the person that goes in and orders a double Big Mac, orders a fry, and then a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, yeah.
I do it all the time.
They're not made. Look, they've made more than enough money off that order that a refill of the Coke is insignificant.
Yeah, but Bill, hold on a second, guys. I think now I haven't read the article. I did a John Shannon. I glanced at the headline
and
I formed my own opinion after that. But I'm going to guess, and look, we've all been business owners, or at least 2/3 of us have. And we know what it's like. Just because, you save a penny here to pay for something else over there. It's not all cut and dry. Just because I'm saving money on this thing doesn't mean it's making me any more money, because I still got to pay for the other thing.
Right.
That's costing me more money. So I got to think that there's something else there behind the reasoning.
Part of it is, Ed, you know as well as I do, what I always called it was the cost of doing business.
I get that.
Also, but it's also part of goodwill. Okay, we get free drinks. That was a goodwill gesture, and
but
people
also,
appreciated it.
But Bill, you've also got to understand, this is not where it started. It started with, you went up, you ordered your burger, your fries, and I'll take a large Coke. Easy on the ice.
Gentlemen, I have an audience member here who would like to add something to this real quick.
Why, let's rock on.
Go for it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
Seriously.
I understand, working wage, for anybody. I understand that, especially the cost of things. But I only make $12.50 an hour, and I feel my job and what I do for a living is a little more important than standing behind a counter saying, "Do you want fries with that? Do you want to supersize your meal?
All right.
What kind of milkshake?"
She does have a point.
All right, we got with that. We've been gonged. Now I don't know if it's because
it was because of that, but okay. Coincidentally.
But it's time for us to say adios here for this week. So, once again, folks, we won't be here next week. Enjoy your time off from us because it won't happen again soon. And we'll see you next time. Let's put it that way. For Ed, for Bill, I'm John, and I got the money.
See ya.
Radio
TFI.
Sorry, did I get going?